In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to embroider on one of these really cool buckets. This video is sponsored by All About Blanks, your place for blanks. Embroidering on these fabric buckets can seem a little confusing, like how do you get this in the hoop? But in today's video, I'm going to show you how to hoop it properly and even show you a couple of embroidery notions, or I should say sewing notions that weren't intended for embroidery, but work really, really good for embroidering tricky items such as this. So grab your machine and let's get stitching. All the supplies and tools that you're going to need to embroider on your fabric bucket bag will be listed in the description below. The first thing you'll need to do is decide where exactly you want to put your embroidery and of course which embroidery you want to use, and mark it with one of the water-soluble or air-soluble pens. Then you're going to need to hoop a piece of sticky stabilizer. This stabilizer has paper on one side and then the adhesive stabilizer on the bottom. So you want to put the paper side facing up and hoop it nice and tight. Use a straight pin to mark an X down the center of your hoop. And basically you're just scoring that stabilizer paper, and then remove the pieces of paper to expose the sticky adhesive stabilizer. With the same marking pen, mark the center of the hoop directly onto the stabilizer. This crosshair will help you align the crosshair that's on your bucket bag. Turn your bag wrong side facing out and align the two crosshairs and push down nice and firm so that the bag attaches to the sticky stabilizer. Now you can use these little inventions called SewTites. They're wonderfully creative so that one side is a magnet and the other side has the opposing magnets that help your project stay right in place. Just keep in mind that you want to make sure these are far away from the presser foot and your needle. I have an entire video on how to use SewTites, so check that out. The link will be in the description. Now thread your machine with a brand new needle and thread and bobbin. Have you ever used cotton thread for your machine embroidery projects? Well, if you haven't, this would be an ideal project for such a thread because it will give you a nice flat, matte, clean finish. Now you're going to go ahead and hoop the bucket bag into the machine and snap the hoop into the machine. I've chosen to embroider only a name, but make sure that you have your design or your name adjusted so that it fits right into that space that you have to embroider in, and that you've rotated the design according to how you've hooped your project. And start stitching. When your design is finished stitching, remove the hoop from the machine and place the hoop on a flat surface. Use those little easy snips to remove any of your jump threads. Remove your SewTites from the hoop and the stabilizer, and remove the bag from the sticky stabilizer as well by gently pulling the bag away from the stabilizer. You can get in there and remove all those little bits of stabilizer if you would like as well. And now use the other end of that wash away or air erasing marking pen to get rid of all of the marks. And finally, you can turn your bag right side facing out. Part of the fun with this bag is filling it with goodies. You can use these as Easter baskets or Halloween baskets, or the way that we're going to use it in our home is for all those goodies that you need when you are hopping in the shower.